Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to continue the holiday chit chat and we'll be inspired by some pieces from the latest Oprah Magazine.
I'm Sienna.
And I'm Toast.
We're partners in love, life, and music, and we've been together since 2001.
With each episode of this podcast, our goal is to help our fellow LGBT community members lift their lives to the next level.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, happy holidays.
You know what, Toast? One day,
girl?
we really should have the recorder on.
Okay.
Because, you know, all the stuff that happens behind the scenes. Like Jesus. Okay, so what happened really, like if you guys really want to know, I don't know, do they really want to know? We get into like the most heaviest discussions, like before this podcast, we were ready to start at 3. It's now 5:09. So we spent 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Discussing life.
Discussing other stuff. Oh my God.
Which are such good discussions, though.
I mean, I know, but it's
I guess
like,
this is part, it's part of our process. Obviously. It's part of our process, and it's part of our relationship.
It is.
Recording this podcast has turned out to be a way that we do our relationship.
But then we should have just pressed record and then the podcast would be done, right?
Well, then we would have had a Sienna and Toast on the couch episode.
Anywho, okay. So before we get into some Oprah goodness, we have a shout out. So a shout out to one of our survey takers. We're still honoring the survey comments as we had mentioned we were doing. So this one here says, "You guys are doing awesome. Really love hearing your real life stories." Mm. So yay. Thank you.
So
thank you for that nice comment.
Thank you. Sharing real life stories. So that would have been a perfect example of
pressing record.
Somebody who would appreciate the microphones having been on for the last, 2 hours?
2 hours and 9 minutes.
Okay, 2 hours and 9 minutes.
All right. Okay, so.
Good stuff, though.
You mean what happened in the 2 hours and 9 minutes?
we got some good clarity, right?
I know. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so, but anyways, so today, let's fill them in a little with what we did today, because it was kind of a nice day for us.
Oh,
earlier.
Like putting up our.
No, the 2 hours and 9 minutes
Christmas
was very
decorations.
nice. I mean, it's just, there's just some discussions to be had.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have a good pour over coffee.
I guess so.
That really, and you're drinking from the same big mug.
Yeah. We were sharing that coffee. So this morning,
almost gone.
We needed to have an early start. There was a lot of stuff we needed to do, errands to be had. And so we got a great early start. We went to one of the little stores here in Portland that we love for buying gifts. And we are still buying a few last minute gifts. And we realized, there's a Whole Foods right over there. And we needed to do a few errands as far as like shopping items that we needed for the house. So we're like, let's just go to Whole Foods. So we did. And what we saw right in the Whole Foods parking lot is the cutest little hot dog stand.
And they had vegan hot dogs.
So many vegan options, people.
And they were opening within a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
So of course we had to stand there for those minutes and be their first customers of the day.
Yeah. And it was great because I do not remember the last time I ever bought a Public hot dog.
Me neither.
Because normally they have no vegan. Oh, you know what? I remember.
You do remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I do remember.
See, Sienna has a really good memory.
Let me tell you when it was.
Tell me.
So we covered this in a podcast, actually.
Okay.
We were playing music at Compassionate Cuisine.
Oh my God, was that the last time?
And they had
so long ago
a food truck there, and I think it was called Frankendog. or something.
Or Frankenweenie.
Something. Oh, maybe it was Frankenweenie.
Maybe.
But anyways.
Frankenburger. No, it was all hot dogs, huh?
It was a truck that had, it was kind of like Frankenstein-y. Mm-hmm. You remember it, right?
Yes, I do.
And they had all vegan dogs. And I remember that's the last time.
That's all they served were vegan hot dogs.
Hot dogs, right.
Yeah.
They didn't have the meat ones.
And it was so fun, you know, food trucks with themes like that, wacky themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But this hot dog stand that we ate from today, it wasn't a food truck. It was just a little stand. Mm-hmm. And
what was it called?
It was so delightful. It was called Frank's-a-Lot.
Frank's-a-Lot. That's so cute.
And they put out on the little ledge where you order, they put out an action figure of Captain America and Iron Man. So, of course, we had to get some hot dogs from them.
And they had a ceramic hot dog tray for tips.
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't a tray. Just some type of hot dog shaped
a
receptacle.
hollowed out. Yeah, it was a hollowed out bowl. Anyway, so
all right.
We were just delighted by that because it would never have crossed our mind otherwise to
eat
say,
hot dogs.
Hey, you know, I'm really feeling like eating a hot dog.
Right.
But Frank's-a-Lot, the sign, that made us think, hey, I want a hot dog.
I know.
And
Plus, it was so cold.
Yeah, it was really
you just
nice.
want a nice hot
It was comfort
meal.
food, really.
Yeah.
So it was delicious. We brought it home and ate it at home, and it was great.
Yeah. I think if we were true locals, we would have eaten it standing in the cold.
Too cold.
Or something like that. All right. So we, okay.
Well,
so,
you specifically are a big fan of this.
Okay, so I subscribe to Oprah Magazine, and I love Oprah Magazine. I love Oprah. Who doesn't love Oprah?
I know. If you say you don't love Oprah, I don't know. You're gonna.
I think if you don't
get the haters.
I think if you don't like Oprah, you keep that private. I think most non-Oprah people keep it private, right? Yeah. So what I love is when her magazine is the Oprah's Favorite Things issue, and that's the one that we're looking at today. So normally this comes out probably like late November, but I saw it late because I was just busy. I didn't have time to really look through it. Right. But the great thing is that in this issue, so this is did I say December issue? I can't remember what I said. Whatever. Anyways, it's the December issue. And in it, there's a little ad from Target that has these little perforated cards that you can use for your place setting for the holidays. Mm-hmm. So it's so cute, right? Because
it is.
I would love that.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
And on the other side, so on one side of the little place card setting is like a little framed themes. So some of them have reindeer on it. Others have Christmas trees and presents and gingerbread people. And that's where you would write the person's name. But on the other side, what's fantastic is there's a question. So when people at the table, they pick up their own place setting card and they open it up, there's a question. And I think it's meant to serve as just having a nice discussion.
Conversation starter, icebreaker type topics.
It's called Gather Round. And again, this is an advertisement by Target, but the questions were really fun. And I thought, hey, let's do a podcast on those questions. So we will get to that.
Okay.
Anything you want to add, Toast? I'm just like,
this episode is not, nor are we sponsored by Target.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Just letting you know.
Okay. All right. So Oprah.
Nor by Oprah. We are not sponsored by Oprah.
I want to be friends
we are
with
fans.
Oprah.
I know. Doesn't everybody want to be friends with Oprah?
Yeah, because she seems so cool. Yeah. Okay. So what I love about Oprah's Favorite Things is that she has a ton of gifts at various price points. So you can always count on that. And she also has a section of gifts that are food gifts, which is always fun to look at. Even if it's stuff you would never eat, it's like, oh, look at how beautiful that thing is. But one of the things she had in here, and we thought we would bring this up, is she has straws. So we
Okay.
talked about,
Yes,
we talked
yes.
about that, right?
Well, you may, dear listener, you may not be aware that in one of our previous episodes earlier this year, it was probably in May or June, we mentioned that we finally got, what do you call them?
Glass straws.
Glass straws, non-disposable straws.
Right.
We tried stainless steel straws.
Funny taste, too hard.
Yeah, and you can't
And you
see
can't
through them,
see-
so
yeah.
you don't know if there's some weird stuff going on in
Right.
the middle of your straw.
Right.
So we moved to these glass straws, which you can't see through.
Yes.
And we had these bottle brush thing, tiny little straw bottle
Cleaners.
cleaner things. And so we were just loving our glass straws and not having to fill landfills with plastic straws.
Yes.
That's a good thing. But then
However,
we started to notice that, I forgot. You also have to know that these glass straws were not just one straight length of glass tubing. There was a little kink in them so that they were kind of like bendy straws, slightly. Okay, so now you know that. After a few months, we started to notice in the bendy part of the straw, there was mold growing.
but is that mold?
Well, at first, I
don't
didn't
know
think
what
it
that
was.
is. Yeah.
I thought it was just, when glass is bent, that,
That's where the seam is or something,
yeah,
right? Like
the
just
seam, or
something.
that's just how the light looks as it refracts at that point in the bendy part of the glass. But then, Sienna, you pointed out to me that you scrubbed it more. And
I scrubbed it so hard.
And it seemed to go away.
Yeah, I scrubbed it so hard. I even soaked them people in Clorox because the first scrubbing wasn't working.
But how did you come to the conclusion for yourself that, hey, wait a minute, this is mold. This is not just
Well,
the
because I
light.
don't know what else it could be. And then on some of the straws, after soaking it in Clorox and using the scrubby cleaner brush, some of it came off.
Okay.
So some of the straws we could get it off.
So it's
Some of
obviously
them were
not just
stuck.
the way the light strikes
It's
it.
absolutely not the
if
light.
it goes away. So
Right.
it has to be some kind of creepy ass mold
I know.
thing.
It's so gross, you guys. So if you haven't bought your straws,
Don't get bendy
the
ones.
straight ones. Yeah. That's where you want to be straight.
Yes. Be
Okay.
straight when it comes to your straws.
So Oprah does talk about straws here, but these are bendy, I have to say. However, they are copper-plated straws. I don't
So
know
the mold will
if,
grow on the copper then.
I guess so.
That's special.
They're really pretty, but you still can't see through it. So,
Oh, no good.
Yeah, but that's it. Just reminded me of our straw issue.
Got it. I see.
So
Okay, so here's another one
that's a really
that
neat
Sienna
one.
actually told me about. See, I don't sit down
Tess
and
doesn't-
enjoy
yeah,
the
she
Oprah
doesn't.
magazine myself. I just admire from afar.
Yeah.
But Sienna made sure to tell me about this particular device that I think is so, I don't know, I feel very ambivalent about this one. It's
Okay.
called phone soap. And I'm just going to read the description.
Oh wait.
What?
Okay, wait. I just want to say that if you have the Oprah magazine and you're you want to look at the copper straws anyways,
Yeah.
it's on page 73. I just want to say that.
Oh, okay.
Because
Get
I
your
have it
issue
here.
out and just
Yeah.
play along with us.
I
Okay.
don't know what page that is.
I don't know either. There's no page numbers on that. On it.
Shoot, I shouldn't have started saying pages. Okay, that's okay.
That's a pet peeve of mine. When I
What?
do, I rarely sit down with a magazine.
Yeah.
But when I do, and I'm trying to find a certain page,
and they don't have
and they
page
don't have
numbers on every
frickin'
page.
numbers on it.
I know.
I'm like, help me out, guys. What's going? Yeah, weird. Okay, come on. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay, phone soap. The weather outside may be frightful, but your germy smartphone doesn't have to be. The stocking-sized Phone Soap 3 uses UVC light technology to kill 99.99% of bacteria, including common cold and flu viruses, so you can remain holly, jolly, and healthy while using the device that you're totally not addicted to. Oh, that's funny that they wrote that at the end. Okay, so yeah, it's like a coffin for your phone. You put your phone into this case, you close it, and apparently, I guess you press a button and it zaps it or something.
Or a
and it
retreat,
makes
a
you
nice
feel better.
retreat, a rich spa for your phone.
Yeah, a spa for your phone.
Not a coffin.
It reminds me of a coffin for some reason.
It's pretty. It's a pretty coffin.
So that's very interesting.
And it disinfects your phone, right?
Right. It disinfects your phone with some kind of light.
Yeah.
Originally $60, now 20% off with code GIFT20 at phonesoap.com.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
We've never had this. We've never used it. We've never seen it in person. They're not sponsoring it. But we thought we just shared because, gosh, talk about a device for the times. You know, I wonder what future generations will think when they look, if they find out about, oh, yeah.
They would think that's so silly, I think.
Or are they going to be like, oh, my gosh, that's when it first came out. Like, will everybody have these? It's just fascinating to me. The times we're living in.
I think eventually your phone is going to have a button that you press and then it disinfects itself. That's what I think. Okay, so here's another pretty cool item. So this item is meant for kids, but I gotta say, I want it.
Okay. Ooh.
So this is called the Arts and Crafts Supply Library. It's originally $40. You can get 20% off with the code Oprah at kidmadmodern.com. But it's basically like a little suitcase with 2 trays that have fun things. Like it has some glue and scissors, but it has colorful pom-poms and beads and sparkly pipe cleaners and sequins and all kinds of things to make a fun, like you could make a fun card. Mm-hmm. You could wrap a present and put a cute little pom-pom on it. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of cute.
It does look cute. Yeah.
Doesn't that? Don't you want that?
It kind of reminds me of like
I want that.
It seems like it comes right out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Mary Poppins. You know, that's something that the nanny brings to your house. The magic nanny will bring to your house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just a last few other ones. Okay, there's also these really cute bracelets that are called Empowered by Maya J. And these bracelets come in gold, rose gold, and silver. But they have words on them like fearless, brave, or grateful. There's also strong, inspired, or empowered. Those are really cute, $38. There's also really super pretty notebooks that have things on it like live a great story and stay present. Really pretty. They're calling them desk journals here. $24 each, 20% off. You can buy them on Amazon. Super cute. But
journal. I just need to let's just pause and talk about journals.
Okay. Pausing.
I don't know about you, but recently I have noticed that my penmanship is atrocious.
Your penmanship?
I will.
No.
Yeah, well, okay. I haven't been journaling like I used to.
Okay.
But I have to jot notes to myself throughout the day.
Yeah.
I like having a to-do list, a task list, and kind of just taking notes by hand throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So I'll do that. And I do have a paper planner, so I'll write stuff in there. And I try to write in block letters.
Okay.
For that kind of stuff. For journaling, I'll write in scripty.
Yes.
Right, in cursive. But for the block letters, oh my gosh, I used to have great penmanship when it came to block letters.
Okay.
Like people would actually say, wow, you write really neatly.
Okay.
They would never say that now.
Really?
And it's yes, really.
I need to see.
I will get, after this, I will get the paper out for you. And you will see how bad it is.
Maybe you need to give me a card.
I need to write cards for you. But see, that would be in cursive. And I think that would turn out nicer. I don't know. Maybe I should journal because when I actually journal my thoughts and feelings, I write in cursive. But when I write data, like information, I write it in block letters. But I bet a lot of people nowadays would also say, hey, yeah, my penmanship has gone down the drain too, because nowadays we don't write with a pen as much as we used to even 5 years ago, right? So, yeah. But it's interesting because I think if I did put more effort into writing neatly, it sounds strange, but I think I would feel better about myself.
Well, they say your handwriting, you can tell a lot about a person from their handwriting. Right?
Yeah.
So there's some kind of connection. So maybe if we are all writing in a way that is aligned with who we truly are, if we knew those tips, right?
Oh, okay.
Like if we knew like, oh, make sure you dot your I a certain way. Dotting your I a certain way means you are this kind of a person. And if those attributes are, you know, part of who you want to become and what you feel like, oh, that's part of me. I want to have more of that. I want to work on that.
I think I know one.
Yeah.
I think I know one.
Tell me.
Okay. So if you're writing on unlined paper, right, and you're writing line after line after line, you might notice that your lines are not straight.
Oh, I know this
right?
one. Yes.
They
yes.
tend to go up or they tend to go down. And I think I've heard that if they tend to go up, then that means you're more of a positive type of person.
Yes,
And if they tend
I've
to go
heard that too.
down, then you're more of a negative type
Yes.
person. So if you force yourself to be like, I'm going to start writing so it goes up, like that. That's what you're talking about. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I know another one.
Oh, okay.
If you write big,
Oh, large
writing,
letters. Okay.
and you take up a lot of room in that way, you tend to be a more generous person. So if you want to cultivate more, oh, you know what? I could be more generous. Maybe just start writing really big. I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Those things are so fascinating, right?
I know. It's kind of neat. But maybe that's a lost art now, right? Because of your point. You know,
I think penmanship is a lost art.
Penmanship, yes, penmanship is a lost art.
Yeah.
But now, does the research on handwriting analysis still hold if you're not really writing a lot?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, does it really mean what it used to mean when you're writing every single day?
The analysts are looking at the handwriting now and going like, man, it's like...
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it might
true.
be different now.
That's true.
All
But
right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You're
one-
like, screw the topic today.
Just one last comment about handwriting, because I really appreciate beautiful handwriting. And I just remember looking at things that my grandparents had written. And it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Because back in those days,
It was
they
valued.
They taught penmanship. It was like they were very careful about how to write beautifully and not just get by. It's like, oh, this is how you make a C, right?
Right.
It's like it was nice. So, yeah, I want to get back to that. Okay, that's all. That's the romantic in me coming out.
Well, you know what? You did tell me, I don't know if you remember this, one of the first letters I wrote to you, you did say, oh, your handwriting, you look like a writer and an artist. Your handwriting looks like a writer and an artist. Do you remember saying that? Or were you just
I
like
have to be honest and say,
throwing compliments?
No. I still believe that your handwriting does reflect that. Sienna has beautiful handwriting. Your cursive handwriting.
Not my print.
Not as nice. Your print's not as nice. Nope.
right, I'll work on my printing.
And your script is also large. And you are a generous person. So I can see how that's true.
Okay. So,
Okay, next
Oprah Magazine.
fun thing in Oprah
right.
Magazine.
So I'm not going to go through all of this, but I just have to say that the food section in the Oprah Magazine is always so fun because she highlights things like cake. And to me, it's always like, how do you gift a cake?
Right.
You know, having it shipped from one state to another state, but still there are ways because she always highlights a ton of cakes.
That's an extravagance.
So
that's
so fun.
one type of gift, right? It is extravagance.
One type of
a
gift. So the last product I will highlight from the Oprah Magazine is one that I actually bought. And it's, okay, you guys, this is so cute. So it's by K, just the letter K, the initial K, K.Carroll, Carroll, K. Carroll Harper crossbody bags. So what's so cute about this bag?
Is that a URL or is that just the name of the
That's
company?
the name of the company.
Oh, okay.
K. Carroll.
Okay.
And the product is called Harper crossbody bags. Okay. So this is a cute, super cute little bag. Like if you want your hands free, but you don't want to carry such a large crossbody bag or something that is meant to be compact, but it kind of isn't, because you could still fit like your giant wallet in there or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. This one is super compact, and it has a 4 RFID protected card slots. So I think that's that thing where people can't just get your info, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're standing by them.
Bastards.
Like,
yes.
So it has 4 of those card slots built into this little bag. It has 2 separate compartments inside and a detachable crossbody strap. So you can hook it onto your belt. I would not
How
do that.
How would you hook it onto your belt? Does it have an actual...
It has a thing in the back that you can hook it onto your belt.
Gosh.
I don't do that. Okay. Anyways, for many reasons. But what I will say is that it also has, you can fit your phone in it. So I love that. They come in like, I think 59 different colors and prints.
Gosh.
But here is 59? What I love.
59?
Here's what I love. Okay. It's only $20 regular price, which is fantastic. It's made of vegan leather, but it's also 20% off with the code Oprah. Now, I will say I haven't received mine yet, so I don't know like if I'd still be this excited.
Yeah, but so Sienna bought this for herself.
Yeah, I bought
Just
it for
to clarify.
Myself. Yep.
She bought this gift.
And I bought the leopard print, super cute. It has a cute tassel. So I trust Oprah, but I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited to use it. So check that out.
What is the website?
It's K-Carol, CARROLL.com. K-Carol.com. And this is the Harper crossbody bag. $20. Just $20.
And the real awesome test is how sturdy it is. How long it's going to last you, right?
How long it's going to last you, but then also I want to test how secure it is in terms of, and I guess maybe I should say this. The only reason why I maybe was on the fence of buying it, but I was on the fence for a very quick minute because of the price. Okay, like, this price is worth trying this.
Okay, the risk is not that great.
The risk is not that great.
Okay,
it doesn't close with a zipper.
How does it close? With a snap?
It has a magnet. Oh, so it has a flap that covers everything.
Okay,
and it has a magnet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people might not like that.
Yeah,
but
zippers always feel more secure.
They do. I'm fine. I plan to wear it where the bag itself with the flap is to my body.
Facing your body. Okay.
Yeah. It's just cute.
Okay.
And compact,
so
hands-free,
We might have to report back on your review after actually having gotten it. Because that's the only thing that we're actually getting.
I know, and look, it's almost 30 minutes already. How are we going to do these questions?
Because we enjoy gabbing and talking and chit-chatting.
All right. So there's a ton of questions here. I don't know. We don't need to do all of them. Okay, why don't we just go? Should we just go down quick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one I get. No, she's like, okay, well, yeah, it's 6. Let's do all of them then.
Okay, so the first question, what are your true feelings about the holidays? Go ahead.
Well, any question that asks me about my true feelings, it makes it sound as though you're only going to have one feeling, even though there's a plural there. What are your true feelings about the holidays? I have many true feelings. One is gratitude and appreciation, and I love the coziness and just that side of it, purely the social, cultural side of it. I love the sacred part of it.
Yeah.
And that truly magical mysticism of it. I don't like the over commercialization, which sounds so funny after us having gone through all of these gifts.
But it's Oprah's.
And the hectic feeling of obligation that, if we're all honest, comes with it too.
Yeah.
Don't love that. But at the same time, I see the benefit of that obligation, because that does keep you in touch with people that you actually do genuinely care about.
Right.
It's just that the culture and society we live in is so mobile, it keeps us distant from people that we love and admire and respect and want to stay in touch with. And the culture also forces us to stay busy unless we actively push back to the point where we're not busy, but so many of us are busy. So so I have a lot of true feelings about the holidays.
That's good.
I have,
That is good. I like those.
Do we have time to go through all of? Okay, maybe I have to keep my answers shorter.
Probably not, but
Drink less coffee.
okay. So my true feelings about the holidays. Should I answer it too, or should we just keep moving on? What should we
If
do?
you have true feelings that you want to get out there, I think you should answer it.
Well, okay. So every year there are several. There's probably about 5 moments during every holiday season where I feel crazy, and I can feel it coming on.
Okay.
Like the level of stress that I create for myself. It's all internal, right? It's just ridiculous. So the thing that is just shocking to me is that happens every year. So wouldn't that really encourage me to be more proactive and do the things that I know to do to prevent the 5 crazy moments I have during the holidays?
Meaning preparing earlier than we already do?
That's a big one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big one. You know, being proactive if I want to throw a holiday party or not. You know, every year it's like, I want to do that. It's funny to me because I go through this every year, and every year I go, hello, this is all preventable.
It's just a joke. Well, it's super healthy to be able to laugh at yourself. So that's the gift in it.
That is. Okay, moving on. Okay, Toast. What is one of your favorite holiday memories?
Oh, gosh. I remember growing up. Oh, okay. Just sending out a quick prayer for whoever that siren is for. One of my favorite holiday memories. It was when I was a really young kid and I got a bunch of Star Wars toys.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do you remember who
I don't think I got the
from?
Millennium Falcon, but I got a TIE Fighter, X-Wing Fighter. It was probably from Santa Claus and Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa. Yeah, that was super exciting for me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's one of your... Okay, so that really could be like one of your favorite gifts too, right?
Oh, yeah. Is that one of the questions?
Yeah, actually it is.
Great.
So we'll knock that off,
Yay.
right?
Yay. Yeah.
So one of my favorite... Okay, so I'll choose kind of a gift in a way,
One of
because
your
it's
favorite
kind of a
gifts,
favorite memory. I remember it. I remember... So I wasn't raised by my parents. I was raised by my grandparents. And so my dad was more of the steady in my life, if I were to pick one of my parents. Because I was still in touch with them to some degree. But my mom, I was less in touch with her. And so during the holidays, I never knew if there would be a gift from her under the tree or not. It depended on so many factors. But anyways, so one Christmas, it was Christmas Eve, and I had been checking the presents. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, it wasn't so much the gift, but it was more like, does she remember me? Is she going to remember me this year? Right? So I had been checking the gifts and nothing. But Christmas Eve, I went and there was something. And I'm not supposed to open presents, right? Until Christmas morning.
Until the adults say.
But I opened it really carefully because it looked like a large book.
Okay.
So I opened the end and I could slide the gift out.
Okay.
So that I felt confident that I could shove it back in and tape it, right?
Yeah.
And it was my most favorite gift because it was a beautiful photo album. It was pink, and kind of the cover of the photo album was kind of like it had like a very small printed cherry blossom print on it. So it was pink with dark pinks on it, but it was like felt, like raised felt, so you could feel it. So it was nice and soft, and it was girly and pretty. But I don't know if everyone remembers this or if this was a Hawaii thing, but back in the day, we used a photo album to collect stickers.
Yes.
So if you were wise, you didn't peel off the stickers and put them in the book, right? You lifted up the cellophane and you put the whole sheet of stickers and then you covered it. I don't know. Many people aren't going to know what we're talking about. But so it was this beautiful album and a ton of stickers.
Oh,
isn't that great? I love that memory. Okay.
Childhood.
Moving on. Let's see. Okay. So toast. What is your favorite thing to do with your family?
Okay, so I saw this question and I thought, well, it's not like we have our family up here.
Right.
We're the black sheep of our family and we've moved far away. We're here on the mainland and everybody in our family, blood family is back home in Hawaii for the most part. Don't worry, Stephen, we're not forgetting you. For the most part, people are in Hawaii. So I'm just going to share something that was a favorite thing or a fond memory that I had of spending time with family at the holidays. And that was, for me, the candlelight service at the evangelical church that I grew up with, the Christmas Eve candle lighting service.
Was that midnight mass?
No.
I mean, midnight church
no,
service?
No, not midnight.
Okay. The Catholics make you suffer. It was midnight. Midnight mass.
What's so special about, I guess, midnight? It's a magical time. Yes,
it is actually.
It's a mystical, magical time. No, but and singing. The highlight was always the congregation singing "Silent Night" as a light from a candle up front was passed throughout the congregation. Everybody in the congregation held a candle. Did the Catholic Church you grew up in do that too? Okay,
no.
So that was it for me.
That's really nice and sacred. Okay. So
and of course, Silent Night was a cappella.
Oh,
right. To have that sacred thing. Okay. Now I'm done. Yes.
I like that. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So for me, I would say we did create a lot of great family back in South Bay of California.
Yes.
And so one of my favorite things to do during the holidays was to see our friends who they always had us over, and their house is seriously Christmas wonderland. Like I do not know anyone else who sets their place, who has, first of all, a beautiful spinning tree. So you can see every ornament, right?
Right.
Not only that, but they have Christmas decor hanging from everywhere you look in the home.
Elves are hanging from the ceiling,
lights,
people.
Right? And not only that, the table setting. There's every type of plate size you can imagine that has a Christmas theme. Your mug is a Christmas mug. Your glass is a Christmas glass. I mean, I got to say that, you think maybe, oh, we don't need all of that. But no, we need it because
we need these people in the
ignites,
world. Yes.
Yeah, that's festive.
Yeah.
That is the definition of festive, right? So to be in the presence of a home where the people there truly took great care in crafting this environment and this ambiance to host, it's just beautiful.
Yes, it is a huge gift.
Plus, I always looked forward to the famous Oslo that we would enjoy at as dessert.
The Oslo Kringle.
Oh, so delicious.
It's Danish, right?
Yes, and it is just
Danish dessert.
Fabulous. Okay, so that would be my favorite thing.
With friends who are the family you choose.
Yes.
Okay,
all right,
next question.
Thing.
Next
okay.
question.
So, this is an interesting question. Okay, who is a person you met this year that surprised or delighted you, and why?
Okay.
Why don't you?
So I'll go first again?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's a person who reached out to us through email after having seen some kind of comment.
Something you posted on Twitter.
Something that we posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
And this person emailed us and said, you don't know me. You liked or commented on something on Twitter, and I don't even know why I'm emailing you. And it turns out this person turned out to be, I guess, an evangelical Christian person who didn't even know why they were contacting us. But here they were because they couldn't shake that feeling of they wanted to email us. And what was nice was that this person was basically saying, hey, I'm just following God's guidance, basically, right? I don't know why I'm emailing you, but just wanted to reach out. And it turned out, like, they shared with us their website and blog and stuff like that. And it turned out that it was, I think this person was going through possibly a change of heart or a widening of perspective and view about the LGBT community.
Yes.
And so it was just really nice to have this open communication and vulnerable communication from this person. And it felt really good to compose an email back and kind of just acknowledge, affirm, send appreciation and gratitude to that person. And that's it. That's the extent of the exchange. But it was so nice to have that connection that felt more meaningful than your usual Instagram comment or like or stuff. Yeah. That's it.
That's great. Yeah. But speaking of Instagram,
yes, not that there's anything wrong with that.
So for me, I feel like, Toast, there are two people that you know of who I've been really surprised by because, for me, Instagram, I guess I have a filter with it, in terms
of... No pun intended.
how I receive a comment or what people will say, or maybe even what I choose to say on Instagram, and I'm not looking for any deep, meaningful, relationships on Instagram. I'm not, right?
That's probably wise.
However, two people have surprised and delighted me in the sense that as we have commented on each other's posts, but more specifically as we have sent private messages to each other, I have really felt like I think these women are awesome. And maybe if we were in the same state, these are people I would love to connect further with, have deep conversations with over coffee. So I was really surprised by that.
See, that's the very positive side of social media.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah. Okay, last question.
Okay. Let's make it good.
So this one here is, what is the thing you are most grateful for that happened in the past year?
I have two things.
Okay.
So I guess I'm being rebellious and not choosing a most grateful for. Well, and I can rank them.
Okay, rank it.
Okay. Runner up would be starting this podcast again. It's been fun. And the first place, because I'm so into safety, and without our safety and health and well-being, there would be no podcast. I am just so grateful that the drive up from the Los Angeles area up here to Portland, Oregon, was blessed with safe driving conditions, because we made the drive while winter was still in force.
Yes. Very true.
And I don't know how to drive in winter weather. Yeah. And luckily, we had clear skies.
Some of the most beautiful sights on that drive, I remember.
Yeah. So thank you, God, for that.
And Bear was great.
Bear was great. Cat was fantastic. Yeah, he really was great. He enjoyed the drive more. He had the hardest time in the pet-friendly hotel that we had to stay in that one night. He just didn't. Yeah, that was his most difficult time, was in the hotel. But in the car, he was great.
Gosh, yeah. Okay, I have 3.
Okay, extra rebellion.
So I see your 2, and I will raise you 1. I have 3.
All right.
I don't even know what that means.
That's
cards,
right?
Yeah, is that card games?
Yeah.
Gambling. It's gambling. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay. So number 3 is, I am so grateful that we have such amazing friends and family in California that they were able to close up our old residence for us and to monitor the movers that came to pick up our stuff so that we could still have our stuff there on the last night that we stayed there, to not freak Bear out. That we have such good friends and family that they would actually monitor all of that. Excuse me. So that's number 3.
Amen.
So grateful for that.
Yes.
Number 2 is, yes, starting up this podcast again. I have always loved doing the podcast. We have talked about bringing it back. We made several attempts, as you can see in some of the dates of our past episodes. But it has been so nice to recommit to it and to look forward to recording the podcasts. That's number 2. Number 1, I would have to say, is I am most grateful for being back in touch with the part of me that just adores music. The part of me that is the singer-songwriter that I feel is back in flow again.
Do you feel
writing songs again? It's just been, it feeds my soul so much, and I had been away from it for so long at this level that it's so good to realize that my soul needs this.
Do you feel like us doing the podcast again played any part in you?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So maybe the podcast
should be number 1.
was a way. No. I'm just trying to see the relationship between things and just kind of wondering out loud, like, oh, so maybe one of the functions of the podcast in our lives is to lead us back into putting a spotlight on music for ourselves in a more intentional, deeper, intense way, right?
Yeah, I think that when you, whatever it is, when you are doing something that you are meant to do, meaning it's aligned with your soul, which I feel the podcast is. We're meant to do it.
Okay.
I feel like when you open that door and you are listening to your soul in one arena, it will affect other parts of your life, and other things will crop up that you are in alignment with. And I think the music popped back up very strongly, I would say, because we had practiced some soul alignment with doing the podcast again. So
yes, that makes sense to my soul.
Yes. So anyways, thank you for listening today, and just give you a heads up. So we will be having a very short podcast for the next 2 podcasts because they fall on Christmas Day and they fall on New Year's Day. So you will still have something if you subscribe to the podcast, but it's very short.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably not 50 minutes.
No.
Okay. So until next time, as always, we have links in the show notes for you to sign up on our email list, to see the blog post associated with this episode. And I guess that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah. So until next time.
And if you happen to be listening in the Apple iTunes podcast, just hit the 5th star there.
Yep.
Okay. That's it. That's really it. All right. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great holiday season.
And until next time, this is Sienna.
And this is Toast. Telling you, love life, live free.